When I tell people that we've paid off all of our debt, including our mortgage, the first question I usually get asked is, how did you do it? So today I'm sharing our debt-free journey and the steps we took to go from living paycheck to paycheck to becoming completely debt-free. My name is Chelsea, and I've gone from living paycheck to paycheck to a place of financial security. Now I create easy-to-understand financial content for free, so you don't have to pay for it. A disclaimer before I start. I'm not sharing this because I think our way out of debt is the only way. I am sharing it because it worked for us, and maybe part of our story will help with your financial journey. All right, let's get started. So when Jason and I got married, we actually had very little debt. I still had 1 year of nursing school left, and I was fortunate that most of my college education had been paid for up until that point. We lived like most newlywed couples do. Nothing extra extravagant, no new furniture, no new fishing boats, no new cars. But even so, within a few years of being married, we started to feel like we just couldn't get ahead. The problem wasn't that we were making terrible financial decisions. The problem was we didn't have a plan. If we wanted something, we usually bought it. A meal out here, a shopping trip there, a few things from Target we really didn't need. Individually, none of it really seemed like a big deal. But over time, all of those little decisions added up. By 2010, we had hit our financial rock bottom. There were two moments that made me realize something had to change. The first was my spending habit. Whenever I was bored, I spent money. Shopping had become entertainment for me. Eventually, I overspent so much that I knew we weren't going to have enough money in our checking account to cover our bills for the month. So instead of admitting what I had done, I instead went and cashed out savings bonds that I had been given as a child and deposited the money into our checking so that Jason wouldn't find out. The second thing I did was secretly borrow money from my parents. And again, I put that money into our checking account so that Jason wouldn't find out I had overspent. Looking back, I am not proud of those decisions. But if you've ever felt ashamed about your finances or some of your decisions, I want you to know that you are not alone. When Jason and I finally sat down and talked honestly about our situation, we knew things weren't working. We just didn't know where to start. Around that same time, I'd heard about a class called Financial Peace University. I'm going to put the link below. So the first class was free, which was appealing because we didn't exactly have any extra money lying around. We decided to go with the hope that we might pick up a few useful tips, and instead we were completely hooked. For the first time, someone explained money in a way that made sense to us. The plan was simple, it was practical, and most importantly, it felt possible. And we decided we absolutely had to find the $100 to take the full course. To this day, it remains one of the best financial decisions we have ever made. We learned what was driving our spending habits and how to work together as a team instead of fighting against each other. It took us about 18 months to pay off our debt, not including our mortgage. And during that time, we paid off $25,698, including car loans, student loans, credit cards, and paying back my parents. I like to keep this on our fridge as a reminder of how far we've come. And for us, the key wasn't necessarily making more money, although we did take on an extra job for some extra money to help speed up the process. But the key was really finally telling our money where to go instead of wondering where it all went. After we paid off all of our debt except our mortgage, we then refinanced our mortgage from a 30-year down to a 15-year mortgage. We refinanced in 2012 to a 15-year mortgage, and last October, we paid off our house 2 years early. And let me tell you, that was an incredible feeling. Today, we are in a completely different season of our life. First of all, we are empty nesters. Our youngest just moved out last week. We are also now focused on building wealth, investing for our future, and giving generously. But honestly, the biggest benefit is not the money, it's the peace that we feel. We don't stress about money the way we used to. We communicate better, and we've grown closer as a couple. And we've built a level of financial security that gives us options when life happens. And spoiler alert, life happened big time to us about 4 years ago. More on that later. So if you're watching this and you're overwhelmed by debt, I've been there. You don't have to fix everything now. You just need to take the first step. A year from now, your financial situation could look completely different. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel for practical, judgment-free money tips. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one financial goal you're currently working toward? Remember, some of the greatest joy in life comes from helping others. So do something this week to brighten someone else's day. I'm Chelsea, your money mentor. And remember, budgeting isn't punishment. It's just adulting with a spreadsheet.